Alrighty. Need to do that. There we go. Now everything's up. Still a little sick. Legitimately just cannot sleep, so I'll do my stream now. I mean, the game's going down for maintenance during the time I was planning on streaming, so... And this way we get to do our endeavors when they pop up, assuming we can do them. If we can't do our daily endeavors on this character, I will still be doing them on one of my other characters, because they're a little too important not to do. We have now got an anti-proton setup going. I do honestly kind of feel like beams would be better. I also kind of feel like having the torpedo in the rear would probably also be better, but that would have to coincide with beams, because otherwise the torpedo is never going to fire. I will say I'm not terribly happy with this ship, but it is kind of the best of all the options we had. Wrong thing. I need... over here. It's one of those things of, if I ever saw myself flying the tier 6 Mogai, getting that would have probably been better. But I don't see myself ever flying it. So, of our options, it literally was Fragile Escort, slightly less but still Fragile Escort, or Cruiser. Now, I will say, I honestly could not advise you to buy literally any of these. Even like this, the main reason why you'd want it is the Universal Console, which is part of a two-piece set with the Tier 6 version that you probably won't use anyway. And this, as demonstrated by this, requires a Tier 5U token to be worth anything. And for some reference, I'm also going to quickly check promotions. Is there anything in here? No, there is not. For reference, I believe... No, I think it'll be under items. Yeah. That is $7. So effectively, to buy a Tier 5 ship, upgrade it to Tier 5U, you're spending $27. And you probably bought 3,000 dilithium to do it. They really need to just make these dilithium. That you buy them with dilithium. They could make it ludicrous. They could make it 40,000 dilithium. But they need to give us a way of acquiring Tier 5U tokens. Because experimental tokens, they do events to give these away. They just did a promotion not long ago that gave away a Tier 6U, or Tier 6X token, which I was going to wait and claim on. You know, this campaign is still ongoing. I was going to claim it on this character, but there's not much point unless I have a Tier 6 or a Tier 5U, of which, unless I want to spend $10, basically, to buy the Tier 5U token, I'm not going to have a Tier 5U. I don't think I'd want it anyway. Because, can I see what it would give me? Okay, I need to be at the Starship selection person. Another engineering console. It'd give me a bunch of health. Like... It also gives me these various bonuses, which gives me more health. some energy resistance and radiation resistance, a boost to my singularity, some physical and kinetic resistance. But honestly, if I'm gonna spend money, I honestly feel like I'm gonna come in here and buy a ship. Honestly, probably this one. And honestly, I'd buy this one because, well, its trait isn't great. Relaunch and repair, I mean, it's not a bad trait. It's better on a tactical, funnily enough. Why I'd want it is this is a Romulan warbird carrier, meaning it can launch 2 drone ships. Which is pretty nice. Now, annoyingly, it's a lot of science slots. But, you know. If I didn't pick it up, I honestly don't know what I would grab. Because they have a lot of escorts. I mean, this is a miracle worker. These are good ships all around. I think this is basically a cruiser. But the one of the main bonuses to miracle worker ships, and why they're generally what you fly, is they come with a universal console, but also the same number of normal consoles that other ships have. 443 or 533 is normal. This is 4431. And then you can then tier 6 exit and gain an extra universal console. And yeah, more consoles equals more better. This is probably... it's still a cruiser. It's just more engineering science, less tactical. Oh, yeah. Once again, I do have these sitting here, but I do not wish to claim them unless I want to put, well, $30 into this. And even then, I'd only claim one of them. Basically, to simulate buying one of them. Here, Admiralty. There we go. There was some Admiralty stuff I could set up. There's a fair bit of dilithium. All of our ships are used up, so. But yeah, let's, there was something I wanted to do. Because from my discovery boxes, I got this. Which basically will give me different resists over the ones I already have. Or I could make room for it by moving the prolonged engagement dynamo. Because that also gives crit chance. I might actually do that. The resists are probably more important than this, so I'm going to take this off and throw this here, this on. Now let's carry on. As a reminder, our anti-proton weapons have a built-in plus 20% crit severity, so that's nice. Let's start Sphere of Influence.
It would be my pleasure.
Oh, I have this. Hey, anti-proton in space. I can do that. Defeat Voth ground. I can do that. Defeat Borg ground. I can do that, I think. Part of our excavations in this area, we found artifacts from much older. Yeah, I was part of this. Scientists say ash cloud. Yeah, I heard. I'm gonna scan this. If you ever need to gather materials on the ground, Sphere of influence. You start, you gather this, you back out, you enter in. It'll be respawned, and you can gather it again. Immediately. So, that nice. It's nice to know they literally got this gate working within, like, moments. Effectively.
Welcome home.
Okay. Cautious. Yeah. Wharf interrupts.
Think you have corrected the issue? Consider what happened to the Daewons, and what the result would be if the Romulans lose a second homeworld. I have encountered Iconian gateways twice before. In both those instances, the finest commanders I ever served found the technology to be too dangerous to preserve. It is difficult to believe that you have managed to do what they could not.
Yeah.
No problem.
Because of his experience, he has been voicing his concerns. Science team are convinced they have solved the problems. Titan and the Senate believe this to be an important step.
I want to start by reviewing your science team's work.
Let's review their work then. Oh boy, the whiner.
Oh, the gateway? Fascinating. Simply fascinating.
Oh, I thought he was going to actually say the rest of it. I mean, no one really cares.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
I mean, to be distracted, it's taking a lot of work and a lot of late nights to get here. It's been one day, lady. The ones weren't as advanced technologically as we are. They hadn't even become a warp culture when they tried to repower the gateway. They have advantages they could only dream of having.
With all due respect to you, Ambassador, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
If you want to review, okay. Oh, now. How do I? Oh, no, okay.
Program initialized. Select. Program initialized.
I don't know. I don't know if this is good. Like, I ain't no science officer.
Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
Oh God, hold on. Give me a minute.
Program initialized.
Let me just casually print screen this and throw it in MS Paint on the side. I will not be able to see chat for a few moments, but I don't feel like that's going to be an issue here.
Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
Alpha is 14.
That looks
Gamma
correct.
is 47.
Correct. Gamma
Delta
47.
is 38.
Your numbers may be correct, but have you ever witnessed the power of one of these gateways outside of a holodeck?
There we go.
I have. I was invited here to share my knowledge with those willing to listen. Even the best plans seldom survive contact with the enemy.
Yes, they've been asking for the final power variance numbers.
Yo, what up?
You speaking up about your concerns. Finally.
No, I don't really want a full-time job here. I got other better things to be doing.
I agree that the simulations look promising, but I still have some concerns.
So do I, but we're on a deadline.
Perhaps we can find a solution that will ensure the safety of all of us. Show me your credentials.
Activate the consoles. Because that's totally what I should be doing here. Pylon doors. Activate the gateway. Oh, Jesus. Still have a cough. Really do not want to take cough drops. I've taken enough of them.
Something seems off.
Agreed. Sensor readings from the gateways I've encountered were significantly different than this. Could it be because of the power source you're using?
Readings like this make me wonder.
Door, and that means there's got to be something on the other side. Yeah.
The numbers aren't saying that exactly, but it's a real possibility.
Captains Sean and Corin have been consulting with Kararek's security forces. I will ask Corin to deploy some of her finest warriors. I do not know Captain Sean, but he commands an enterprise. He must be a formidable man. He also has less enthusiasm for activating the gateway than others here. I am certain he has considered all the options.
Yo, what's up, Andorian?
How may I assist you? The team looks like it's almost done with the final checks. Make it quick.
And because you can't come over and chat with a Starfleet officer without raising some eyebrows, seeing you instead, sharing his concerns.
I'll admit I've been dubious about this project from the start.
Gorn's bringing down ground troops. Should help. Chief engineer worked up a few small spatchel charges, which should be enough power to take out the gateway if we attach them to the base of the pylons. Okay. I'll plant your explosives.
What are you? Ah, good idea.
Indeed it is.
If all the preparations are complete, I see no reason to delay.
Activate the gateway.
Initiating final power transfer.
Power output rising. Levels are within expected parameters.
Activating gateway. Got a spike. Attempting to compensate. No good.
Abort! Abort the mission!
Ah, everything's going wrong.
Detonating charges.
No effect.
Nothing.
Get everyone out of the chamber.
Nope. Now we go through the gate.
Into the gateway. Now!
It's better than being here. Bye-bye, new Romulus. It was nice knowing you.
I knew that gateway would be trouble. We can't get a reading on where we are or how far we've traveled. The best we can figure out is that we are not in normal space anymore.
And we're trapped.
The scientists have been able to get a few readings from New Romulus, but the gateway was damaged. We cannot use it to return. A few people managed to grab some supplies on their way through the gateway. They might have something useful. Check the crates. Assist with the wounded. Once we have seen to the immediate problems, then...
Alrighty. Emergency med kits. Portable sensor units. Basic field rations. Is this the one that's gonna make me... Oh god. Okay, cold pack. Compress. Elevate. just a bandage, so he's lying on the floor writhing in pain. Hello, Dwayne.
I believe I have found a way to open this door, but it will take 2 of us to override the controls.
Okay.
I think I can
How
open
do you do
this
it?
door, but I will need your assistance. Once I override the security protocols, you will need to rewire the primary motivator to release the locking clamps. Are you ready?
Sure. Whatever you need me to do, my man. I'm gonna push some buttons in the air.
To see what lies beyond.
Well, you know. This.
Interesting. Are you detecting high trace levels of tetrion radiation?
I don't think I'm detecting anything.
My tricorder shows this to be a complex of some kind. There is another large room further down this hallway. I am picking up something beyond this door. As much as I hate to say this, we will cover more ground if we split up.
Okay.
We should keep in contact as we go.
Commander Nignon will accompany me.
I will accompany you.
Okay. Yo. Take care of things, my man.
We will find a way out.
We go directly forward. Wait. Worf has yet to catch up. I want to wait for him. I do not like these areas. NPCs like to get stuck on the edges of these doors, and if they get stuck, that could be it for the mission. You have to restart it. Traces of tetrion radiation. Oh, man. Environmental and life support controls shows the environment was recently adjusted. The adaptive support system beyond currently using the Alpha and Beta quadrant.
I'm picking up some odd tetrion readings, and we've been able to confirm that we're in subspace, but there's nothing conclusive yet.
We're in a medical
This
facility.
facility is mostly automated. That doesn't mean it's abandoned.
Keep watching for security.
Maybe it's a way to open a gateway to a location without a corresponding one on the other end.
Alright.
Good idea. If there is a targeting system and a medical bay, we may find the equivalent of a shuttle bay as well.
Push some buttons. Beep boop pop. Main control console. Okay.
We have not heard from the security detail. We
Yeah,
need
what's
to
up?
check in with them. Are you
Nothing.
sure something here is not blocking our communicators? This is suspicious. We should check in with Karn and Sean's teams.
Corin here.
Haven't found anything yet.
I've found what appears to be some sort of targeting system.
What is it, Sean?
Did you hear that? You should answer. Look out!
Oh no! The red shirt!
Captain Sean's team is in trouble. Hurry!
Whatever will we do? Okay, it seems like Worf has a pretty fixed path, so he probably won't get stuck. I hope. Got a weapon. Starfleet issue phaser. Got Sean's tricorder. We got toolbox.
No sign of Sean's team.
Got a blood smear.
Not alone here.
This be a targeting system.
This does not bode well.
No, it
We
doesn't.
should rendezvous with Karn and the others.
Jeez, Worf. Just open fire the moment you see something? That ain't very cash money of you.
Gone. They would not have left without their supplies or weapons. We must find Corrin and the others.
Okay. I love how these doors just break. I mean, it's a cool idea for a door, but it's clear the coding behind it can be a bit,
I know this place. I have been here before. This table. I saw one just like it when I served on the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Klingon and Farasan. Corrin put up a fight. There are data entries here that correspond to our missing people. They will be taken for examination soon. It was a Solanogen-based race, and I have seen this before. When I served on the Enterprise, we attracted attention of aliens who existed solely in subspace. They abducted us, experimented on us. We did not know why, but their actions went far beyond mere curiosity. We were able to stop them before they established a pocket of subspace on board the ship, but not before they sent a burst of energy through. If these aliens served the Iconians, that energy could have been a message. Corrin was not taken without a fight. Of that I am sure. And this table has not been used yet. These aliens must be holding the others. It is only a matter of time before they will be examined as well. And...
Okay, well, let's go then, Worf.
There is a holding area down this hall. We should... Automated defenses! Defend yourself!
I'm trying, but it's kind of running away.
That Guardian was damaged by a disruptor. Corrin's work.
Or maybe the Farsian she had with him,
We can
with her.
overload the power cell from that Guardian. It should blast through the door.
Like,
Be ready. There may be more Guardians beyond this door.
probably. I don't think that's how that door would blast off, but you know what? You do you, Worf. Yeah, I think the Guardians are destroyed. Come on, guys. It is nice that Worf has a compression pistol.
I don't see Captain Sean or Mayak here.
There's
They're
no
not
more
here.
time.
No. There is still someone missing who could be saved. We are not...
Yeah, we're gonna keep looking. Who are you, my friend? I'm gonna name him Dave. Oh, I need to... Do I need to still do something back here? No? I don't think so. Run, little aliens, run! For we are here and we have guns. There we go. Let's see. Generate veins. Start circulatory. There we go.
What happened?
I don't think so, my man. He's probably dead. Yeah.
There's nothing more we can do here.
Agreed. The best way to honor...
Hey, one of these things is done. I decided to do an extra of the 8472 rep because it can give anti-proton weapons. Get more discovery equipment. Of course, it's a torpedo thing, and of course, it's not a Bellums. This mission, way back in the day, used to actually give a special reward.
From somewhere across.
My scans indicate there's some sort of control system.
Yeah, we gotta
Picking up
press
more of
buttons.
those automated defenses.
You should scout ahead.
Okay.
Scout ahead. We will escort the others when the way is clear.
Now, I'm just gonna go where I need to go, because there's no point really going to these other things. Well, no, I'll go to the other things. They are important. It's Soul. Can be aggressive when threatened.
The Soul System. Earth.
This mission, for doing basically everything you could here, you would unlock the Obelisk Carrier, which you no longer can do. Error. This is one of those things that, like, if you care about the lore, this mission's kind of neat. And, like, I do care. It's just, I've done this mission before. I have, in fact, claimed the obelisk before. Where it is not a reclaim in any way. Even if I wanted to, I could not use it on this character. Konos. Dominant species Klingons. Aggressive, warlike. Dominate this area of space. Tendencies to fight rather than submit. Military structure is most organized, makes population already accustomed to taking orders from superiors.
Kronos. This is not a holodeck.
Nope, it's
It
a
is
live view.
Live image of my world.
You didn't think the Iconians were scary before. This is Iconian tech. Species Dominion. This is basically the homeworld of the Founders.
Vandros 4. I remember this world. We found an Iconian gateway there during the Dominion War.
Wait, no, that's Impersis, their homeworld. Yeah, Worf corrected me. Gateway network unstable. 7,255 gateways, and 5,967 of them are inactive. 880 are damaged or inoperable. The Iconians were everywhere. New Romulus. Survivors of the Romulan extermination have gathered at the site of a former Dwellin homeworld. Several key members of the Romulan Republic Gateway research team have been taken for additional study without their knowledge. Yeah.
New Romulus. The tectonic activity is getting worse. We must find a way to stop it.
Konia. The homeworld is still unsuitable for habitation. So the servitor races have begun subspace modifications in preparation for invasion.
I know this planet.
No, I didn't want that. I mean, I'll take them, but I didn't want that. Safety measure, Theta 6. Due to gateway instability, all space gateways for large ship movement have been withdrawn to subspace until network instability is addressed or proper activation codes are transmitted. Well, at least they can't transport their large ships at the moment. So, you know, that's a pretty good thing. I'm sure nothing's about to change that. Quara, species Quarren. Extremely low level of the automation means the population must constantly refresh workforce.
The Delta Quadrant? Does the Iconian influence reach so far?
Current status. Ship Obelisk 1. Servitor Solanae. Status ready to deploy. Activation codes authorized. I do kind of wish we could get this ship, though it's not great. It's just a tier 4, basically. So, like, it's not really worth anything. But it is a carrier, and carriers themselves are good.
This appears to be some sort of master control panel. I believe we can use it to open the gateway. Can we access the database? We must know what the Iconian plans are.
You know, be Iconian. It's probably their plans.
We need to download the data and move everyone here before more Guardians arrive.
Come on, guys. Well, that ain't everybody.
I will remodulate the power system while you reroute the flow.
That's a star chart.
Oh, God.
All those markers Iconian gateways.
Look, that's the new Romulus gateway. The gateway on New Romulus was reset.
It wasn't the only one.
Yeah, we just activated
We'll cover
all of
down
them.
The data. The paths are retracting.
They know we're here, and I don't think they're happy.
Do you hear that?
Hello, Polar Plays.
That doesn't sound good.
Security reinforcements are inbound. We should use this gateway.
Worf, we're out of time.
I
I
wish.
have downloaded what I can. It is time to leave.
I wish you could still get over there. But you can't. It's honestly a bit of a shame. I mean, the obelisk isn't great, but as I've said, I wish I could get it because it is a carrier.
This is a bridge. We have walking wounded, but some of us can still serve.
Do I want you wherever you want to be? There'd be a tactical console. There's an engineering console. Primary weapons. Deflector dish.
We have saved the Romulans' home.
To make the gateway. I know I could have let Worf talk, but nah.
I'm detecting another gateway in the Durette system. It's big. Ship-sized.
The gateway is transmitting a high-band subspace signal. Sensors are picking up Elachi ships on an intercept course.
I suggest we go there and contact New Romulus for reinforcements.
Not from here. I can make a gateway for us and set a destination close by, though.
Then do it.
Taking us out.
Trying to keep my phone active so I can at least make sure it's still charging.
Sensors show that we are in the Durette system. Systems are all reading normal, but objects sighted near the ship. It is an Iconian gateway.
Yep.
I'm very glad to see you all safely returned. When the quake began, we lost all
Datan,
communication
you need
with the gateway
your
chamber. Hands feared the
you're
worst. But where did you go? Through the gateway?
Hmm.
And what is that
He's literally got this kind of energy going on. You guys like the face cam? It's pretty great. It's all blurry now. I don't think the webcam likes that. Come on, the webcam. You can do it. Webcam? Come on. There we go. Autofocus is fun.
You reset elements will serve us.
Yep, they're all active.
Enough talk. The gateway is transmitting a signal. I am picking up a corresponding one.
Sending reinforcements now. Good
Yeah,
luck.
we're gonna
We
fight.
will
Go
hold
fight
off
them.
the Elachi until Allied forces arrive.
And this is the joy of, yeah, this ship is kind of awful. But at least you have obelisk swarmers, which are pretty cool. This is actually the carrier you used to be able to get from this mission. Which, like, as mentioned, isn't great, but it's a carrier. Which basically means you have 12 extra guns. Making it very much they have a very low skill floor, but also a very low skill ceiling. Like, a carrier is never going to be king of DPS.
To hold the Elachi until reinforcements arrive.
But
Understood.
they will work for just about every character and make for great starting
More
ships.
Elachi inbound. Hold them off.
The obelisk swarmers here are actually some of the best hanger pets in the game, with their elite version, which can only be used on the obelisk carrier and its tier 5 viewable upgrade.
This is Commander Tiaru Jirak of the Republic flagship Lisette. Where did that gateway come from?
You know, subspace.
Take it
homeworld.
Wow, I think I'm actually going to complete this in this mission.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. Good to see you, sir.
Maybe.
Pictures indicate an Alachi dreadnought is approaching at high warp.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely
Glad you
manage
can
it.
make Enterprise.
I don't have evasive maneuvers. We have this, which is basically attack pattern alpha and beta together. Be a really cool skill to actually have, but you know. Worf gets all the cool skills. Well, most of the swarmers are dead. I mean, that's the thing, like, they can die, but they'll be back. Like, just launch more. I forgot I have feedback pulse. It's been a while since I did this mission.
There is still the matter of what to do about the gateway. The Alachi forces have been destroyed. No further hostiles inbound. Captain Sean, the Enterprise should scan the gateway. We need to know more.
Agreed. But we should destroy that gateway now, while we still have the chance.
We don't have the chance, though.
That gateway is in Romulan space. It belongs to the people of the Romulan Republic.
Another invading force could arrive at any moment.
Afraid of a fight, Captain?
Ooh, those textures ain't working right.
Prudence is not cowardice. The gateways are powerful. They may be too much for any of us to control.
We should disable it before it becomes another threat to the Romulans, and to us all.
How is this different from the wormhole near Bajor? This is a strategic and scientific asset, and it belongs to my people.
She has a point.
Captain Sean, if you destroy the gateway, I can assure you that Titan will reconsider our friendly relations with the Federation.
The Klingon Empire will fully support our Romulan allies in this matter.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. Sir, we've been scanning the gateway.
What did you find?
The terminus is at a fixed point now. We can determine that. But then, I don't know what we picked up, but the monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega. We're locked out of the computer, and engines are offline. We need you back on the Enterprise, sir.
I see. That changes things significantly.
They found Omega particles.
I should return to the Bortiscue. Worf will be waiting for you. Corin to the Bortiscue. One to transport.
I should return to New Romulus immediately.
Ambassador, it was a pleasure to work with you. I wish we could have had that talk.
Agreed. Another time. Send my regards to your chief engineer, Captain.
I'll let Chief O'Brien know. Sean to Enterprise. Transport me directly to my ready room.
He's probably had many promotions, and they still just call him Chief.
You have won much honor for yourself and your allies. It seems there are larger conflicts that all of our people will need to face. If we are to survive, we may need to face them together.
Oh yeah, most certainly,
It
Worf.
was an honor to fight beside you.
I wish I could keep this ship. I know I've said that a lot this mission, but like, not now. I want this item. On the Iconian Gateway, we thought it was our means for us to reestablish ourselves. Thought we could help us. We thought it could help us. I could speak. That was prosper. Never imagined it would nearly destroy the world. Yeah, I mean, seems pretty obvious it probably would have. Now, I'm gonna grab this. I might at some point come back and grab the warp core, but I probably won't. I mean, it's... The set bonus is nice. The warp core is a warp core. I can't use warp cores. So... But, you know, for reference... Literally, 10% bonus anti-proton damage. And this is partially why the obelisk and the swarmers are so good. You can literally give them emergency power to weapons. Discovery and activation of the gateway means we can send ship rapidly just to explore the solenoid Dyson sphere. Yep. Which ironically is where we'll be going to fight Voth. First things first, we're gonna open this. 1,000 dilithium, some EC, some marks. I needed delta marks. Let's set this up. That's hourly. I did not mean to set that up. Well, I'm about to get some Dyson marks anyway, so... But yeah, we have the tier 1 for Delta waiting to be claimed. I had 0 marks, so... It's not awful. I mean, these consoles aren't great. They're better than a lot of random garbage, but not by much. Now we can refine our dilithium for the day. We're at the point where, like, we're gonna start getting a huge amount every day, so... We'll not have any problems, basically, from here on out, refining our dilithium. Travel to the Dyson sphere. And welcome to a pretty neat zone, but at the same time... That once would have taken 30 years at maximum warp. We're on the border of the Delta Quadrant. Specifically, we are within the solenoid Dyson sphere. Spherical structure built around a star. The sphere is nearly 200 million kilometers. Take a lifetime to completely understand its construction. Go speak with the engineer. I actually don't know what kind of equipment we can buy here. I think it's just our faction's flavor. And then basic stuff. Plan to neutralize these omega particles. Twofold, you must find and destroy any existing omega particles, and we discover what is producing them. Okay. Yo, what's up, my man?
Welcome to the Solanae Dyson Sphere. My name is Sub-Commander Cole. This is the main command center for Joint Alliance Command, a multi-species task force willing to work together toward a common goal, for now at least. The gateway you use to get here is in Republic space, so the Republic is taking the lead here as well. Our mission? To destroy the Omega particles this sphere creates, and neutralize its ability to generate more. The first scouts into the sphere confirmed that it was producing massive amounts of Omega particles for an unknown purpose.
Because the Iconians want it.
This sphere could produce enough Omega particles to completely annihilate warp travel in all known quadrants of the galaxy.
That's
We
probably
thought
the
this would
point.
be a sweep and clear operation, but we were waylaid by a species known as the Voth. The Voth
Dinosaurs.
claim to be natives of the Delta Quadrant, are extremely technologically advanced, and they want the sphere. Now we're in a fight for control. The Voth are determined to gather the Omega particles. We're still determining why, but this is a threat to all warp-capable civilizations.
You know, including themselves.
I can't stress enough how important it is that we stop the Voth and neutralize the Omega particles. There's a lot to do. Shall we get started?
Yeah, could skip the whole dialogue. So I'll do this while I'm here.
Ah, come in. I have a special assignment that requires a delicate touch. A science ship on patrol in grid Beta 53-30 received an encrypted message.
Sir, standing on your chair is rude.
This wasn't a message from a military ship or the Voth leadership. This was an encoded short-range burst from a Voth science outpost. I think we may have a friend in the enemy's ranks. It'd be best if any communication from our side didn't come from our leadership, for reasons you'll soon see. I want you to pursue a dialogue with this individual. See if we can turn them into an ally.
You're standing on your chair again. I love how he says, like, it's best it doesn't come from our leadership. I'm literally almost the highest rank possible.
Contact any member of the mammalian occupying force who is willing to open negotiations. I am Nellen Exel of the Voth Circle of Archaeology, and I believe that we have common scientific goals that can only be achieved without the interference of our respective militaries. Working alongside the best minds of the Voth Circles of Science, I have been studying this celestial structure, its function and its original inhabitants. Our work has yielded some troubling information for those seeking to uphold the doctrine that we are the original intelligent species in the Delta Quadrant. The Voth Ministry of Elders maintains that science is only valid if it supports their own fictions of history. I've lost too many colleagues to this terrible government censorship. What I've been able to discover on my own and away from government interruptions is that this sphere was created by a race under direct control of a species called the Iconians. Even ignoring the huge cache of records we found here, the mere existence of this sphere proves that there are powerful entities my government refuses to acknowledge, perhaps to our ultimate doom. I will not be so naive. Left high and dry by my own people, I am left with few options. There must be a sympathetic ear out there that realizes we have entered the nest of an enemy that neither of us are prepared to face alone.
I mean, I don't know. Can probably handle it just fine. And now we do busy work missions, but they give Dyson Sphere marks. And, you know, some other stuff as well. Before I get started on that, I do have to use the washroom, so I will be right back. And I return. Now, I believe... Yes. I'm going to do Kobayashi Maru while I'm here. That way it doesn't get shoved even further into the day.
Welcome to the Gamma in the scenario. Welcome to the Gamma in this.
Just shush. Honestly, I feel like I should just use the weapon layout. I'll probably get more damage out of it. And because of my skills, I still have respectable auxiliary and engines, so...
This is the Kobayashi Maru. 19 periods out of all tier 6. We have struck a gravitic mine and have lost all power. Our hull is penetrated and we have sustained many casualties.
Someone's flying a Miranda? Now, something to note, our critical severity from our anti-proton weapons only affects said anti-proton weapons. So, like, our torpedo isn't any better. But, our weapons are. So. Ow.
Heads up! Another wave is coming your way.
Oh god. Fluidic space, basically. Yeah, just trying to target that probe. Did not work. Ow. I couldn't really do much to avoid that explosion. Because turbulent space. Kobayashi Maru's gonna eat that one. The added benefit to moving to anti-proton is the damage from this is also anti-proton. So our damage consoles are boosting its damage as well. Can turbulent space go away, please?
The next wave is incoming.
Go Singularity! I actually wonder what our crit chance is. 17.1. So, 22.1. Under attack pattern alpha. That's pretty alright. Oh god, there's a freaking solar thingy. I'm gonna die. I mean, I might not, but I'm gonna struggle. Get me away from the freaking gateway. I hate those things so much. Yeah, fluidic gateways. I call it the solar one, but same idea. Hello, Joshua 12 GTR.
Heads up! Another wave is coming your way. The volatile core breacher fix is active.
What? Oh. Okay. Yeah, the Kobayashi Maru is probably gonna die in this one.
Kobayashi Maru's health is at 50%.
Badwar don't like playing fair. I'm probably gonna die in this one.
Maru's health is at 25%. Kobayashi Maru's health is at 10%.
I really need to remember to actually use this. I mean, it's better on, like, use it against, like, dreadnoughts and such, but...
It's not over yet.
Oh.
The next wave is coming. Enemy assault incoming. Survive the onslaught.
Easier said than done. Case in point. I can't use fleet support. It's on cooldown. But I'm at the right health, which means I'm at like 20. How am I not the one dead? Yeah, I suppose in fairness, I'm almost there. I survived!
This simulation is over.
Okay, what do I need? Everything. Let's grab Discovery. Discovery is probably the most important reputation.
Congratulations, Admiral.
One more level and we'll be maxed off. Some more duty officers. If only. If only. I don't have gravity well. If we were still flying that tier 4 escort, we'd be dead. No question. We'd be dead. Now, okay, I have the hourly already set up. That's why I was so low. I should actually check. Do I have any space reps? No, I don't. I have more ground rep stuff. Kit damage really does not help us. Let's drop this for more crit severity. When it's all you have, it's what you use. These unequipped themselves, so I should probably re-equip these. Thank you, game, for doing this oh so often. Fleet coordinator. Innocuous. Operative. Romulan operative. Yeah. Cannon training. More hit points. And you know what? I may as well grab the energy resists. Because it's not like I've got much else to use. I gotta set these back up again, because thank you, game. I love how it does this. It's so nice. I don't have plasma weapons. Now save it. I wish you could just save this. But why would you do that? Yeah, that's the beauty of being an Iron Man is until level 61 I did not have this. I only had where is it? This one. So, you know. And fundamentally, there's no difference between a non-upgraded Tier 5 and a Tier 4. Because things used to be kind of balanced. And then they added Tier 6. Which basically power crept all of the Tier 5s. I honestly feel like they should add the Tier 5 ships and the Tier 5U upgrade to the dilithium store. Or at least make them all acquirable with dilithium. Because, like, they're not worth Zen anymore. Gotta beam up to my ship and do supply woes. I mean, the Endeavor system, as much as it does give a bonus to long-time players, more than newer players, it is still pretty balanced because everyone can have it.
This is the supply depot. We use it to ship supplies to our forces and to store any unusual or dangerous technologies we find here.
Tier 6 did very much power creep Tier 4 or 5.
It's a barrier to keep Voth forces out, although some still slip by.
And like Tier 5U is good enough. There are some really good Tier 5U ships.
A series of structures moving a high volume of charged particles and exotic radiation through the area.
They're not something this character will have access to, but like the now retired Voth Rampart carrier, for example, is a pretty good carrier. Like, I'd put it above even some of like a fair few of the Tier 6s as a carrier. Like, it will outperform the Terran Mirror Universe carrier. Purely as a carrier. Yeah, my main character flies it. So, hello, Chris Nephilim. There's 5 engineering slots, 3 science, and 3 tactical after its Tier 5U. Effectively giving it more consoles than your average Tier 6 has, and an equal number of consoles to a Miracle Worker ship as a Tier 5. Well, Tier 5U. Of which it does get for free, because lockbox ship. It's relatively inexpensive as far as lockbox ships go as well. It's roughly like 160 to 200 mil-ish. I bought it when it was a lot cheaper. The Bastion is like 1.5 billion. Like the tier 6 version of the carrier. I want it, but it's so expensive. And the tier 5 is retired. It has a tier 6 variant now. It has been retired. New versions of it can no longer be obtained. Outside of maybe the old lockbox that it came out of, which is also retired. You can't acquire new ones, and the price is just climbing more and more all the time. Because that's what they do when they release a tier 6 version of a ship. The tier 6 version is definitely better because it's a command ship. It has the command inspirations. Because that's fair. I want that. I honestly don't know I would trust that the ship is still in the lockbox. I also don't know why you'd want to go for the tier 5 when the tier 6 exists. So. Especially where you're buying keys anyway, you may as well just open infinity boxes. Like, you need to absorb the energy in the ion streams. This way. Ow. What? I don't think that's stored anymore. I have to go so far. Well, this one's way over here. Guess I need to be careful with this big chunker. Like, honestly, I would say, even if you're just into, like, flying cruisers, if you have the EC, picking up the Bastion from the exchange is not a bad idea. Because, well, it's a flight deck cruiser. It has a lot of the cruiser bonuses, but also has the, basically, ability to have 12 extra sets of guns. Which should be 2 Jus. Because they're bugged and just kind of better than the rest. At least that's what everyone is saying. I've yet to independently corroborate, like, double check that. They work, that's all I can say for certain. Honestly, carriers themselves could really use a rebalance. They're getting there with giving carriers more things to play with, but they're not really there yet. Like, the advanced engineering console is kind of nice. The only issue is to get a 2 times damage bonus to your hangar pets, you need 7 of those consoles to double your damage output. you can double the damage output of regular weapons with a few bonus damage consoles. Like, mostly because, well, the damage bonus from that console, the engineering carrier one, isn't a damage bonus per se. I mean, the torpedo bonus is, but the weapon power bonus, it's not as good as it looks. Like, I don't have any of my data, like, saved. Because I was just doing rudimentary testing for myself, basically. But, there was no appreciable difference between having none of the console equipped, one of the console equipped, or two of the console equipped. Like, it was maybe 1,000 DPS, according to the endgame parser, which is it's a chat command. I don't actually remember at the moment, and I don't think I can... No. Yeah, because I closed the game after I was doing those tests. I'd have to track down the command again, which basically means going back to some random guy's video who spent like 8 minutes to get to the point where he actually said what the command is, but, you know. Let's collect our reward. I could definitely use the personal shield, but if that engine is actually better, I could definitely use an engine. Yes. This is actually better. Wow, it took it long enough. Orders. Engage the Voth. Put the atmosphere on the ground. Travel to the Dyson contested zone. I mean, you could put together a better build than this, almost certainly. But you're also probably not working under just getting things that only that character can get. I mean, I could have a much better ship if I, you know, came into here and you know, came down here and claimed these, and then came over here and claimed these, and came over here and claimed this. But that's not it's not an Iron Man.
This is the contested zone. Our forces here are in a constant conflict with the Voth.
I could also go to my account bank and dig out a bunch of stuff that would definitely help.
Here, we are fighting the Voth over towers that are critical to our control of the zone. I would advise you help only if you have other starships to provide support. In the center of the contested zone is the battle zone. Commander Arnold is leading the ground fight there against the Voth. He needs anyone who's willing to assist.
I'm not the most willing, but I have an endeavor, so...
The contested zone is an active conflict. Be careful out there.
Is this completed? I'll let the next mission auto show up, because I never know which the actual next mission is. Travel to... ground one? Yeah. Man, look at those friendly Voth ships. That doesn't feel right. I mean, we have good carriers. They're locked behind the Infinity Lockbox, but we have good carriers. The Klingon D7 Miracle Worker, for example. That is a good carrier. That is one of the only, I think, only 2 carriers that can actually fit 7 of the carrier damage mod. It is, but it'll never be as good as the D7. Purely because they're science carriers. They don't have the engineering slots. Because you're, as much as it says it's a universal console, the advanced engineering console is an engineering console. It has to go in the engineering slots. Or universal slots. Yeah, both of them can come with me. They might keep me alive. Like, I'm not saying those are bad ships. I'm just saying the D7 is better. And the Federation equivalent is also, you know, better. I just don't remember what the Federation one is. I think it's a Constitution.
When we take control of a capture point, it will change to blue. Capturing points advances us towards our goal, represented by this meter. When it is full, we can make our final push to stop the Voth at the Omega particle silos. We must capture at least one of these silos to claim this battle zone for the Alliance. Good luck.
What do you know? This is, completed at the moment. Yeah, it was people's random pets. I need my 20 Voth. So I'm gonna go this way, because most people go just straight left, which is weird to me, because, like, people should instinctually want to go right. Most people, because that's how the human brain works. Most of y'all are right-handed. I'm left. My brain instinctually wants to go left, because that's how my brain works. Come on. Now. Damn it. It's PAX as well. Of course, now there's people here. Hey, there's a hostile. It's a swarmer. It won't count.
Back to your stations. Lots of return.
It seems most people actually went right this time. Okay. That's what I get for trying to mind game this. Getting, ooh, I think my lights just flickered. Getting credit for killing these guys is gonna be difficult. Because, well, Other players are going to have better ground gear than me. That's actually one of the problems with one of the universal endeavors, which is to kill the big dinosaurs at the end. Is basically, if you don't camp the very end, you're not gonna get credit. I mean, you might get credit if you have insanely high ground DPS, because there's gonna be like 4 or 5 people chilling at those points. Yeah, I should stop and do this. I need the marks, so if I can, game. It's a bit early for it to be going down for maintenance. That ain't supposed to happen for another like hour and a half. Damn it. Get back here, you. There we go. Could just be there's a lot of people in this zone. Like the Dyson Sphere itself. Okay. This zone isn't buggy. What are you talking about? Yeah, the other people here are just endeavoring. They don't care about the objectives at all. Which, you know, I get it. I'm in the camp of I still kind of have to care about these. I need marks. And I've not spent enough time just spamming normal queues to build up a stupidly huge amount of marks. I'm not going for advanced, not until I can actually get something going. Once I get soul defense, I'll probably try my hand at advanced. But I need to get the soul defense set first. I'm definitely not gonna try to do it with the jank I currently have. Will I manage this in time? Yes. Yeah, part of the reason why I very much assume that getting more of the Voth carrier is nearly impossible. Freaking swarmers. I want to leave. Swarmers say no. Tempted just to let them kill me so I can get out. Why do you have to be out of combat to beam out? Being in combat seems like the best time to beam out, but, you know. Maybe that's just me. This is one of the annoyances of ground. Now, where the hell am I gonna find Borg? Without going back and doing an annoying mission. This will probably tell me. Yeah, it really doesn't. Is there really nowhere to fight Borg? Yeah, it seems like probably the best place is Angel Sphere to tread. Was there anything about this I might want? No. No, there isn't. So I'm definitely not going to be completing the mission, but I'm going to be doing the endeavor. It's almost a waste to be doing these on this character, if I'm honest, because I don't really need EC. And that's all I got from this one. I basically have all the EC I'll probably ever need, because, well, the only stores I have access to are NPC. I will not buy things from the exchange.
This is Commander Talus.
Effectively, what I'm treating it as is absolutely nothing I cannot acquire myself.
To any ship in range.
So, no dilithium exchange. because I didn't acquire that dilithium or Zen myself. No exchange, no trading. That's currently what I've got. The rules could definitely be probably refined further, but they're fairly standard Iron Man rules. So, and that's gonna make, yeah, don't need those. Don't need, it's faster if I do this. I do not need, I already have. And I'm done. So have fun with your Borg problem, lady. Bye. See, I would do that, but ground combat is bullshit. So, you'd basically have to avoid all ground combat. Because there will be times where you just die. Because you just, all of your abilities are on cooldown. You'll just die. Ground combat is the worst part of this game. Yeah, I may as well use this. I mean, yeah, but like, imagine building up that hardcore character. Like, unless you basically stopped and equipped them with stuff, which you know if you died you'd lose, unless, you know, you decided to cheat the rules and give yourself all your stuff back before you delete them. But, like, you know, you'd basically have to equip them with the best possible stuff at every mark along the way. Which would just be, one, absurdly expensive in just getting all of that equipment. Okay, that my suppressing fire will be better. Definitely don't need Mark 10 or 11 shields. Hanging on to that. But, like, you'd also have to go so bloody slow. I don't need that anymore. I should get rid of these. They're just taking up inventory space. Don't need these. But, like, it's just one of those things of, like, Iron Man in Star Trek is just, it would be frustrating. It wouldn't be fun. Well, Iron Man, hardcore. I think I said Iron Man. I meant hardcore. Because you just die so fast. Iron Man is kind of fun just to see what you can accomplish without touching the exchange, basically. You know, this is basically true free-to-play mode. Where you basically don't touch anything other than the stuff you can acquire. Though I'm still up in the air of whether I will actually spend money or not. Because, like, infinity boxes, there are things that I can open from the infinity boxes that would be nice to have. But, like, not sure. I'm not sure it'd be worth it. I'm thinking of waiting until the next key sale and then picking up at least like 10 keys just to see what I can get. I mean, Romulan's probably the best thing to go with. Because at the very least, while I may not have a tier 5 U, I still have the singularity abilities. What do I need to do here? Yeah, I don't think I'll get to that in time. Well, see, like, you have a battle cloak as a Romulan. You have the singularity abilities. You have Romulan operatives. Literally, you cannot have a more effective character than a Romulan full free-to-play. Everyone nowadays, if with a fleet, can go in and buy a bunch of superior Romulan operatives from a maxed out fleet, but that takes such a high resource cost. Regular cloak, yes. The tier 5 Defiant that you can get for free comes with a cloak. That is a universal console, but it's a regular cloak, not a battle cloak. That's the difference. I mean, honestly, if I wasn't doing a Romulan, I would have gone Klingon, because carrier. The Voquiv is probably the best tier 4-5 ship you can have, assuming you're not tier 5 Uing it. Like, as just a standard ship, it's probably the best. What am I doing here? Can I have missions, please? Okay, I'm going to the contested zone. That would have been nice to actually be able to... No. Can I... Nah, I have to fly there now. I just like how they take away your mission side, just to be like, hey, is this little side thing you can do? It's like, yep, what am I supposed to be doing? Those take buying them, though. So that would take putting money into your character. At which point, like... this. Or, you know... this. This. They're all perfectly sufficient. These. Hello, White Tiger. And I am doing all this on my main account, so I do have things I could technically reclaim, but this character didn't acquire them, so this character will not have them. But, like, every faction does have ships that have battle cloaks. But for free, the Federation only have the Tier 5 Defiant. I may as well do another of these. Garbage. And that universal console of a cloak isn't bad, but it's also not anywhere near what the Romulans have on every ship, basically. Plus, once again, without the absurd resources required to buy a full bridge crew of superior Romulan operatives, like, you can basically get that mostly for free just playing a Romulan. Like, I think I have 3 superior operatives. It might only be 2. But almost... Like, I think only one of my bridge crew is not an operative. And that being Veril. And if, you know... If I wanted to spend the time, I could, through duty officers, get more. I may need a different tested zone. I am the only one in this zone, I think. Oh, no. There's 8 people here. So let me do this one. It's not around a tower, it probably doesn't count. I may be about to destroy myself. I really want the frickin' Voth Cruiser. It's such a nice console. Gravity weld me. Stop shooting that one, please, ship. Use the ability, please. I am not gaining any progress. Makes it very hard to tell if this is actually what I'm supposed to be doing. This might hurt. Okay, that one's shield is up. Doing a decent job of surviving, it's just killing things. Which, I mean, ow, as I say that I die. Yeah, I'm not getting any progress. I don't know what this mission wants from me. I was defeating Voth around the control tower. I think it wants me to defeat Voth around all of the control towers. Like, to complete the control tower things. I'm just gonna... there's no reward for this. We're just gonna skip it. We're going to move on to the next actual mission, which is a pretty nice mission to do. And, I mean, these rewards aren't awful. And the set isn't bad for a science build. Okay, yes I can. Yeah, I'll probably take the shield. And this is the mission where you basically get the best EV suit that you have available to you without, you know, reputations. And even then, it's debatable if the reputation ones are better. This is also a really easy mission to do, but also a bit time-consuming. Okay, the game is taking a minute. I'm going to get ready to hide the screen if it looks like it's going to boot me out to the login screen. I don't trust how long it's taking. I don't trust this game. There we go. Never seen Joint Command so active. Yo, what's up?
Just in time. Please follow me to.
Okay. I have to try really hard to not, like, borderline speedrun this mission, because I've played it so many times. Basically, all of my characters have played this mission because it's how you get an EV suit.
Good to see you again. We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space. There is a space station that controls the jumps in close orbit of the sphere's star. Admiral Tuvok from Starfleet was selected to lead a small team to the station to try to disable it. With him is Dr. Eric Cooper.
Oh boy, the whiner.
Been studying Dyson and Iconian technology. Something's gone wrong. 2 hours ago, we received a distress signal from Tuvok. Please use the console to download the signal. After.
Okay.
Joint Command, please respond. This is Tuvok. Sensors have detected a large volume.
Let's go get more coffee.
The station. They have discovered us, and we have yet to complete our work. Communications with our ship are down. Our last contact with them indicated that they were having technical difficulties and may be forced to retreat to a safer location. I will be unable to stop a Voth advance without assistance.
And this was 2 hours ago, apparently. Well done, guys. He's probably dead by now. Hi.
Tuvok and Cooper are stranded with an entire Voth fleet bearing down on them. I need you to fly to the station, rescue our team, and finish the mission. Our fleet will engage the Voth to help keep them distracted. But to avoid detection, you'll need to fly roughly 100 kilometers above the surface of the star. Speak with the logistics officer assigned to brief your crew on the situation. With your permission, we can help your engineers set up a temporary modulation for your shield frequencies that should allow your ship to travel that close to the sun safely.
I mean, cloaking would probably be best, but, you know.
Engineers are working with your crew now to create a temporary modulation program that will help your shields protect your ship from the heat and radiation you will encounter on your way to the sun station. Your ship should be able to safely make the trip, but it won't be able to remain in orbit of the station.
I don't know why anyone would want to be Tuvix, but you know what? Power to them.
Ship to fight the Voth. It would be best if your ship joined the fleet once you are aboard the station. Your goals on the station are to find Admiral Tuvok, assist him to shut down the sphere's jump capabilities, and then retreat before the Voth fleet arrives. Do you have any questions?
Nah. That is fair. I just have my own cast of misfits. From my time playing them, the most popular of which has ended up being Joe 2. Who is a little gremlin of a man. With extremely long arms. Creeps around Earth space dock. Was adopted by people at one point. Yeah, we'll hold together. Let's go. I don't care about their complaints. As much as I want to show the story for this stuff, like... I also just want to get through this mission, because I know this mission. I've played it a lot. Can't establish communications, so... Gotta realign these first. The funny thing is, the dialogue here always is the same. No matter what ship you're flying. Which I don't know if it's the same between all the factions. I'm assuming it's going to be. Yeah, there goes the replicators. Things the Romulans don't have from what I remember. They might have them, but... Just do it. Just do it. Okay, the Romulans don't have the same dialogue. A Federation player, they'll talk about losing life support on Deck 10. You can realistically be flying a ship that does not have 10 decks.
Your arrival is timely. The Voth are already on the station. I am with Dr. Cooper, but many of the other members of our team have been killed. Any assistance you can render would be useful. I recommend that you speak to your crew before transport. Your vessel will not be able to remain in range for long.
I mean, they could have easily just not made a reference to a deck, or had it be, we've lost life support on deck 2 or 3. You know. I mean, I'm not expecting really anything from,
Greetings.
you know,
I am Admiral Tuvok.
cryptic.
The man behind the crates is Dr. Eric Cooper. The
I know
Federation
Tuvok.
Science Council's expert on Dyson technology.
Yes. Hello, I'm Dr. Cooper.
Allow me to brief you on the situation, so we may determine the best plan of action. Main power is offline. I am not sure what caused this disruption, but the event was fortunate. The darkness is a distinct tactical advantage. There are manual overrides in each room. I have temporarily disabled the one between us and the Voth. The Dyson's captain has moved ahead to determine what is beyond the next door. There are 2 generator rooms that control much of the station's operations. The generator room to the south controls the power. The control room to the west, where the Voth are, maintains the station's jump capabilities.
It is imperative we reach the west control room and disable it before the Voth jump this sphere back to their space. The release of the Omega particles needed for this reaction would be catastrophic. More than the three of us can safely engage.
Nah.
Defeat would be certain. However, if we restore main power, we can use the station's automated defenses to even the odds, if we can avoid being targeted by them ourselves. I understand you have extensive combat experience. Do you have any suggestions?
We're moving away from the Voth, right?
Nah. Yo, what's up, my man?
Good thing you're here. I'll try to get the ship.
I sense another presence. We are not alone.
Oh man, I wonder.
I am not detecting the Voth that killed the captain. He is using cloak technology. Tactically, his best option is to remain hidden and attempt to waylay us one by one. We must move forward. The trapped Voth will be attempting to circumvent my modifications. What do you suggest?
Watch my back. Shoot him if he shows up. Just in my head, like I could be almost done with this mission by now. If I wasn't listening to the dialogue. You do want to be very careful around these doors.
The defenses in here can be quite lethal.
I think these ones are mostly fine.
It was awful.
Some later ones that are quite problematic. I mean, they honestly could have just skipped that whole first portion of this mission. It's kind of irrelevant. Like, nothing of value is added by it.
Examine the generator.
This is unskippable. As evidenced by the... Yeah.
If I understand this correctly, we can restore main power.
You gotta push the buttons and match the button.
Up here. After the first one is activated, we'll only have 20 seconds to activate the other two. If we don't, the system will defend itself. Also,
how do you know it's 20 seconds?
The wrong consoles will trigger the system's defenses. Be careful. That looks right.
These used to move around.
That looks right.
That's why they vanish.
The final console is unlocked.
Way back in the day, I did the event corresponding with this mission. So I have the reclaim for the Dyson Science Destroyers. I will not be using them because, well, I'm not doing that event with this character because that event is over.
This by restoring main power, we have released the locks, preventing the Voth from reaching our location. They will already be on the move. We will require Cooper's assistance to subvert the automated defenses for our own use.
We're not going to use them.
He is an expert in the technology found on the sphere.
We're not going to use them. This is literally pointless. Shut up and help.
What can I do?
Get it together. Just stop whining and stop whining and diddle that console.
Dr. Cooper, we require a solution.
I can't wait for a later mission.
I'm working on it.
Anyone who's played this before knows the mission.
Vulcans.
But
if I can just try that.
This is a hint.
Yes, I have it. I've done something.
Yeah. What are odds without them? It's our best option.
You go on ahead.
Let's go, Tuvok. I'm getting impatient. This mission is kind of long if you actually listen to the dialogue. Come on, Tuvok. I don't want you getting stuck.
More Voth inbound. Prepare yourself.
About as prepared as I can be.
Commanders are approaching.
Security escort. Do your thing. I got the triplets, apparently. Ow. I said do your thing.
We should move forward.
There we
Be
go.
on your guard.
I'm kind of at the point where the white loot is kind of pointless. Yeah, I'll just start leaving it. It's kind of pointless at the point I'm at. There he is.
Arm yourself. It is the Voth that killed the captain.
He's dead now.
That was an explosion of sufficient magnitude to cause a breach. Doctor, what is your status?
I'm fine, I'm fine. The Voth can't get in. You, may want to put a shield up around the next door before you open it.
We really?
It would appear all that is between us and our goal is the vacuum of space. My modifications successfully locked the Voth out of this area. However,
I need to open this.
there was an armed Voth battlesuit in the corridor. The station's automated swarmers attacked, and this is the result. No response. According to my readings, there is no method of direct access. Unless your ship is within range, we are stranded.
I'm here. I'm here. Wait.
Doctor, we require a way to access the other areas of the station. Your thoughts?
I have an idea, but you may not like it. Those EV suits over there, they have maneuvering jets that we could use on the outside of the station. I've looked them over, and they should be able to withstand the heat of the sun.
Should.
Well, nothing will withstand that much heat and radiation for long. The suits appear to be designed for use in the shadow of the station. But, technically, they can keep us safe. For a little while.
They will have to suffice. We have no other logical option.
And here, we can retrieve the EV suit.
Doctor, are you going to prepare your suit?
We can then
Of course not.
take it
Too
off,
risky for me to go out there.
put it on someone else, and retrieve another one.
Overcome his fear and help us complete our mission.
It helps if you already have an EV suit, because then you don't have to take it off. You can just reclaim another one, because the game makes you claim an EV suit every time you replay this mission. Which, if you have the lobies to spare, and feel like replaying this mission 3 times, there is actually a EV suit you can unlock by basically doing all 3 of the options from before with the defenses, of doing the swarmers, doing the beams, and then not doing anything. That you can basically, you get a different EV suit for each one. Not having any defenses gives you the best EV suit. It has built-in crit chance, built-in crit severity. These EV suits themselves have pretty decent energy resist, which is nice. They're actually rather nice EV suits. I think that is everyone I care about having one equipped with one. Yes. But, yeah. There it is. The Solenoid Sentinel or Paladin. They are identical in stat. But they basically have the bonuses from all 3 of the EV suits, making them basically a little bit better than just running this one. But, you know, you may as well just run this one. Because one of them is melee damage, one of them is just energy damage, and then there's the crit chance, crit severity. Crit chance, crit severity is just simply better. Now, Swap into our EV suit. Hey, Cooper.
Do you really need me out there?
Just don't care. Just do it. Bye. I think he'll die because he wasn't. He wasn't in his suit at the time I stepped out of the gate.
Conserve your oxygen.
This section used to be so much more annoying.
There is a large piece of debris blocking.
Basically, you used to have to use the jump. You target a beacon, then you jump to it. That is how you used to get around out here. And that was frustrating. Which does show that they are willing to change up these missions, which is nice to see. I wish this cough would finally go away. I've been sick literally since the first. I apologize for the flashing. Yeah, I know what to do. There's thingies, you go and press them. I just, yeah. I don't want to listen to Cooper. It's like listening to Vince Russo talk. It's just not something anyone should want to ever do. That is a reference that many of you probably do not get because you're probably not wrestling fans. And wrestling fans only even know of Vince Russo because of basically people shitting on him for good reason.
The doors are open. Dr. Cooper and I will wait for you inside.
These suits are fried.
No, they're not.
Won't be much use anymore.
Nah, they're plenty useful. He says that dialogue, but they don't change. And honestly, I'm gonna keep this on. Because, like, let's be real, it's like 10 less resistance. Thank you for following, Romulan Republic Force. And, well, this has crit chance. Plus, I believe you still gain the effects of your armor. Like the added effects, even if you're not wearing it. It's not like I need the health regen anyway. An identified assault drone. No, we know what they are. They're swarmers. They're obelisk swarmers.
We should move forward before more defenses.
Oh boy, this door. This is the one that they can get stuck with. When this is the path, you go slow. Do not sprint. You want to give them the best chance of being right behind you. I'm actually going to let them catch up a little more.
I remember this
because the moment you walk into this room, they will try to run straight for where they need to be.
Prepare yourself. We must defend Dr. Cooper.
Cooper will get stuck on that door quite often. I've actually been going so fast at one point he got stuck on the previous door. And once he's stuck, he's stuck. You have to stop and restart the mission. Because there is no pushing him out of the way. Like to get him back on track. To boldly go where others have gone before.
Activate a console while I work on this. Excellent. I can keep moving forward over here.
Partially, other than he's just a whiner who's obnoxious and unlikable in just about every way, of why I dislike Cooper is playing this mission. Because my science captain, I wanted the solenoid set for, so I had to replay this mission 3 times. And then I had to deal with the annoyance of reclaiming the science destroyer so I could get the 4th piece of the set.
Perfect. I'm almost done. We're through.
I much prefer the other door opening. Don't you dare get stuck, Tuvok. The other door is also a lot faster. Because its little puzzle is literally just,
to access the control panels.
just running through, basically.
Continue our work while you disable the lower panels.
I thought that was one of the ones. Guess going the other way would have been better. It's a different set of consoles. I'm not used to it being these 3. It's almost never these 3. Well, I mean, it's always that first one that I did. In all the times I've done this mission. It's never been these other 2.
Reactivate the shields and we can complete our mission. The honor of deactivating the station is yours.
There we go. The deactivation program is moving nicely.
Doctor,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. We're shutting it down.
As Tuvok said, we have no
It's time to shut it down.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could have found a better way. I failed you both.
Yes, you did. Now we gotta leave. And now it doesn't matter if they get stuck. They can get stuck all they want. It only matters that you get out.
We're going to die. We're going to die.
I mean, that sounds heartless, but literally it just requires you to get back to the beam out point. Well, the extraction point. And then you all beam out. Because they can apparently beam out from anywhere. You can't, but they can.
We have a lock on you, sir.
Let's go. We are about to be welcomed to the mighty Dyson Science Destroyer. Mighty in quotes. I mean, it's not a bad ship. Let's be clear. Like, it's not bad. Like, so many people write it off because of the proton turret, well, proton cannon, that you never have to use. Like, you can just use it as a science ship. It has the consoles for it. Like, it has the bridge officer seating for it. You never have to enter tactical mode. Yet people write it off as terrible because, oh, well, you can't use the proton cannon. It's like, but you don't need to.
Good to have you on board, sir. I'm Chief Engineer Tarkram. The fleet and your ship are still engaged with the Voth, but several Voth ships are making their way towards the gateway. One of their dreadnoughts has already passed through. As the only available ship, we have orders to stop the other Voth from entering the gateway.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I'll be using it basically as an escort, but I probably still won't bother with, well, no, I could use tactical mode. I am not used to this layout for this.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Hey, 65. Oh, I might regret that. I mean, the version from the mission here is not good.
There are no more Voth in the vicinity.
None of the mission ships are good.
Navigational reading.
Yeah, this thing's here. It's great. Like, the equipment isn't, like, awful. It's, you know... But, yeah... And yeah, that'll be nice.
Thank the prophets. I knew someone would find us. We were on a routine survey in the Janolan Dyson sphere when something happened. Systems that have been dormant for centuries activated. The energy readings were off the scale. Then a flash and... I don't want any trouble. I'm on a mission of exploration. Let me tell you how we got here, and maybe that will convince you. We were on a routine survey in the Janolan Dyson sphere when something happened. Systems that have been dormant for centuries. My nav computer claims we're in the Delta Quadrant. If that's right, this entire Dyson sphere somehow moved itself more than 50,000 light years from its previous position. Since then, we've been stuck. I would have taken Voyager's path back home if we could get out of the sphere. The doors were locked tight and the gateway powered down as soon as we arrived. Glad to have the help. Supplies are running low. But what was that ship that just passed us? Shares some signs of Voth tech, but our databanks don't have anything like that. Another Dyson sphere? It's taken us 40 years to study this one, and we're not even close to understanding it. And if that ship was Voth, it would explain why they ignored our hails. They came in with their weapons armed and then simply stopped. Didn't see us as a threat.
Because you're not.
Of course, for the sealed door, it is just sitting there. They're ignoring us. I promised my crew we'd get home. If you could send over a team with some spare components, I could...
Oh, how so?
I have extensive experience with the Voth. While they are arrogant, it is not like them to completely ignore a potential threat. It may be that they sense a greater danger. I suggest we approach.
I think we just got the hand.
The Voth are moving towards the door.
Yeah. I really don't care about the cutscene. It's the Undine showing up. Mostly to taunt Tuvok. Also to just be the Undine. They're apparently 15 levels lower than me. For reference, that is Cooper. I think. They took Cooper, I believe. I don't fully remember the cutscene. Either way, we'll get to kill him soon enough. Which will be nice.
More ships on the boat. This vessel cannot defeat them alone.
This ship can take it.
I have experience with the Undine. You do not. They are extremely dangerous.
The Lisette is here to provide any assistance you require.
Dealing with these things completely for me would be pretty nice. Man, it is kind of nice to be in a ship that can actually maneuver again.
Battleships. That may be a problem.
Not really.
None of the Undine get through.
I mean, we literally have a scimitar dreadnought with us. It's in the name. Dreadnought.
Looks like you could use a hand.
I don't know why they're so much lower level than me. Not normal. But I mean, I'll take it.
It is not over.
This might be a first completion kind of thing. I don't actually remember.
You only delay the inevitable.
Good to see you. We would have arrived sooner, but there was a Voth fleet in the way. Congratulations on a successful mission. Now the Romulan Republic will take over. We'll set up a command center for further operations. I'm sure Command will contact you when your presence is needed.
Neither the Republic nor the Klingon Empire has any authority in this sphere. This sphere was discovered by the crew of the USS Jenolan, a Starfleet vessel. It was mapped by the USS Enterprise D, a Starfleet vessel. Since then, it has been studied and claimed by the United Federation of Planets. We will be the ones who determine what happens here. No one else. We've worked with the Alliance in the Solanae sphere because that was the best option. But this sphere, no matter its location, has been under Federation control for 4 decades. If you want to study the sphere, we can open negotiations. But the current state of war makes that a less than optimal option. Until then, I will defend the Federation's claim if I must.
Fighting over this sphere is not an option. It would divide our strength. Precisely what would benefit the Undine. The Voth chose to fight instead of cooperate. They were destroyed. We can choose not to be enemies.
This matter is far from settled. We cannot simply put aside territorial claims because someone else wants what we have. However, I will consult with Sub-Commander Cole and Starfleet Command and discuss the situation.
The Romulan Republic will continue to take responsibility for areas within our jurisdiction, but I do not wish to cause a rift in what has been a successful joint action. However, I will not be put in a position where I must choose between the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We have agreements on both sides that must be honored. Sub-Commander Cole can handle the details. I am a ship captain, not an administrator.
Cooper's departure has lifted the miasma in my mind, an affliction that I did not even realize was there. He was influencing me. He used the psychic abilities of the Undine to influence my thoughts, and the results are an effect of my failure. We have fulfilled our mission to neutralize the jump capabilities of the Solanae sphere, only to open up a gateway that the Undine can now use to reach our space. They will no longer have to create rifts from fluidic space. Was this Cooper's plan all along?
Probably.
I suggest we return to...
I think the game's gonna go down for maintenance in like half an hour. So.
The sphere is under Federation control.
This sphere is only accessible through an Alliance-controlled gateway.
Then perhaps it is time to end this alliance.
This is neither the time nor the place for this.
Commander Jarrah is correct. The Undine are a threat to us all. Now they have direct access to our space. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy. I volunteer to mediate these talks. Dr. Cooper manipulated me to achieve his goals. It is only logical that I take responsibility for what has happened here.
Very well, Vulcan. We will finish this later.
To be continued. It's kind of fitting, because like I said, I'll probably pick this up next time. I don't remember the exact time the game's going down. Mostly because it's in Pacific time. I'm in Atlantic time, which is quite a gap. Yeah, I may as well end things here, though. I am kind of tired. I only briefly napped through the night, so... Yeah, I think I'll go with the shield. I mean, this isn't a bad set. Like, you can only get the 3-piece without the Dyson Destroyer. Like, it's a decent survivability set, mostly because of this proc. The only issue is that it has a max a max amount it can restore that isn't terribly high. Like, we can easily deal more damage than that, but... New shield. I may upgrade this one at some point, because this is a good shield. Might as well grab this mission. Wait, this is to go and... I'll be skipping this mission. We'll deal with this next time. Do have stuff in here to collect, though, which is basically just this. Come on. Bellum Cannon mod. Pax Warhead mod. Boo. Oh well. as mentioned, that's going to be it for today. Shorter stream than what I've normally been doing, but it's almost been 3 hours, so it's good enough. I'm going to go probably eat something and then take a nap. So, I shall see you all tomorrow. See you all then.